Microphone and Yanifin Cerulean, and welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is gonna be an interim video. This is not in the plans. This wasn't in the plans, but because I've been participating in this lore master thread in the forums, I wanted to make this video as a part of my response to a concern about the Yellow Lore Masters ability to solo, and in particular the Thievery and Mischief instance was mentioned, and so that's what we're gonna be running today. And just to establish first, this is a level 80 lore master. I haven't progressed this character level wise. If anyone's watched my previous videos, I just haven't done any quest progression, and so I've kept my lore master and my other lore master as well, but I don't really play them as much these days. But yeah, I've kept my lore masters level locked, and so that's why I'm still a level 80. But yeah, this is a level 80 lore master. I'm on difficulty 3 fearless. The concern was, like I said, was about the Yellow Lore Master's ability to solo. And spoiler alert, it can solo fine. And without the difficulty increase, it can solo even better. So like, I don't think there should be any concerns about the Yellow Lore Master's ability to solo, but I'm gonna have to prove that in a bit. But yeah, alright, these are my virtues. These were, if you're seeing all the unmaxed virtues, it was much worse months ago before I started grinding missions. But yeah, this is my trade tree build currently, and yeah, I just didn't take this one because I don't need the extra power skill and the extra power restoration. I could have not taken this too because I don't really use this skill much, but I wanted to spend all the points, and so, you know, that's how I distributed my points. Cross training wise, I just went red just to deal more personal damage. Alternatively, I could have taken potent sigils and or hunting instinct. If when I eventually get enough trade points, I'll spend my points in blue instead, because I want to get to the saber-tooth cat, because I like doing AoEs. I like pulling groups of mobs and then doing AoEs, and the saber-tooth cat is best for that. So or maybe maybe I could settle for, nah. The thing with the ego is that it doesn't have an AoE dispel corruption. So yeah, I'm aiming to go for the saber-tooth cat. Anyway, sorry, that was a whole tangent. I've been trying to keep this. I've been retaking this video. I've been doing retakes of, I don't know, of this video. I've done multiple retakes of this video. There you go. That's what I meant to say. Multiple times, multiple retakes now. Because I keep on not being very efficient and fluent with my commentary. So hopefully this is the last take. Anyway, alright, before I actually start the mission, I want to point out the insult to injury mechanic of the Yellow Lore Masters. It's a mechanic that's exclusive to Yellow Lore Masters, and I feel like it's not getting recognized enough, question mark. But alright, let me list here the skills that will grant you an insult to injury bonus effect. There are 4 currently. I don't foresee that they'll add more because these are already kind of plenty enough, but I was hoping that they'd add at least one more for frost damage, but currently this is what we've got and they're plenty sufficient enough in most cases. Someone just passed by. Alright, so Test with Will and Sticky Tar give you insult to injury fire, and Bane Flare and Ancient Craft give you insult to injury lightning. Each of these skills give you 1 insult to injury bonus effect, and that effect gets consumed by the next fire or lightning damage skill that you cast. And so, like for example, if you cast Test of Will and Sticky Tar in a row, and then you cast this, for example, AoE Burning Embers, the AoE effect is from the Ancient Master charge that I currently have, because I was already retaking this video moments ago, and I had gotten a charge from combat, and then I decided to leave because I went on an overly long tangent or whatever. But yeah, like I just did, I went on another tangent. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify why this is an AoE Burning Embers right now. As indicated by that icon, it's because I have an Ancient Master charge currently. Ancient Master stored power charge thing. But yeah, so if, as I was saying, if you cast Test of Will and Sticky Tar, you'll get 2 insult to injury fire bonus effects, if that's the right wording for it. And then if you cast Burning Embers, it will consume 1 of them. It doesn't consume both of them. It just consumes 1 of them. And then you can do another fire damage skill like Cracked Earth to consume the next one, as long as the other one hasn't expired, because the insult to injury bonuses have and they only last a few seconds, like maybe 10 seconds. That's not, don't quote me on that, it's not accurate. It's like only, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds each, 7 seconds. I haven't looked at that in a while, in a long time. But yeah, so for insult to injury fire, these are your options. This this self-explanatory, I don't need to point these out. But yeah, normal Burning Embers is a single target option. If you have an Ancient Master charge, this turns into AoE. Wizard's Fire, even with the Ancient Master charge, is single target. Cracked Earth is AoE. What I like to do is go for the AoE option, which is usually Cracked Earth, because Ancient Master charges aren't always available. So you'll usually see me do either Test of Will or Sticky Tar, and then Cracked Earth. Test of Will is the lowest cooldown insult to injury opener skill, so that's your most common source, your easiest source of insult to injury. But what I tend to do is go Sticky Tar, because it also applies a debuff, and against groups of mobs, the AoE debuff of Sticky Tar is good. So that's what I, for in terms of fire, insult to injury. This is my go-to: stick guitar and then cracked earth. Unless I'm an ancient master charge, and but in that case, I would go for burning embers because this deals more damage in yellow, unless unless you don't take cracked earth, this grasping earth trait, which cuts your cracked earth damage by half. Um, but because I do have Bistrate, my burning embers deals more damage than cracked earth. But more specifically, what I usually do is I pull the group of mobs, and then if it's too many, if it's too many, or if I feel like I'm in danger, I go for Bane Flare. I go for Bane Flare, and then do my AoE debuffs, Fire and Frost Lore, and then Wind Lore, and then I do Storm Lore to consume the oh wait, no. So Bane Flare, and then Fire and Frost Lore, and then Wind Lore, and if I still have time, I do Ancient Craft, so that all the debuffs are in place for maximum output. And then I do Storm Lore, and then Wizard Spark to consume both the Insult to Injury Lightning bonuses that I got from Baneflare and then Ancient Craft. But yeah, like that's kind of a tight rotation because I would have opened with Baneflare, and then I waste the duration, or not necessarily waste the duration, but like I spend a good amount of the duration of the Insult to Injury Lightning bonus by casting Fire and Frost Lore and Wind Lore and then Ancient Craft first. And so the first Insult to Injury Lightning bonus will have very little duration left, and so you need to be quick about doing Storm Lore, and then you probably would still have enough time for Wizard Spark, or if you want to Power of Knowledge from the Ancient Crafts, like Insult to Injury Lightning bonus, because you didn't cast Ancient Craft that long ago. But yeah, you need to make sure to not waste the Insult to Injury bonus status effect, because like I said, they only last a few seconds. So yeah, that's what I usually do. But if I don't feel like I'm in danger, I don't bother with casting Baneflare. I just go straight to Fire and Frost Lore, and then Wind Lore, and then Ancient Craft, and then Storm Lore. And then if I need more damage, I go Stick Guitar and then Cracked Earth. Or if my opponents are nearly dead, or not necessarily nearly dead, but if they're nearly dead, I'll just do Gust of Wind. But if they're if I need more damage, but there are not that many enemies left, I'll just do Test of Will and then Cracked Earth, I suppose, because that's because Stick Guitar has a longer cooldown. So yeah, that's what my rotation would be. I forgot to bring up the tooltips here for Insult to Injury Lightning damage sources, or like skills that would benefit from the Insult to Injury bonus. I don't know. Let's put that there, and then this one. Sorry, that was a whole tangent. I probably didn't need to do a whole explanation. or yeah, a whole soliloquy. So I don't know. I don't think I'm using the word soliloquy right, but I probably didn't need to uh, talk about my rotation, but just so that I don't need to talk about my rotations during the instance and during the fight. Uh, I wanted to get it out of the way now at the very beginning of the um, video. And I say very beginning, but it's probably been like 15 minutes, I don't know. Alright, so yeah, insult to injury. This is important as a yellow lore master. Um, Not necessarily, I don't know how important it is to deal damage as a yellow lore master in group content, but as a solo player, or at least on landscape in a pair or in a small fellowship, you will have to deal damage, and this is your highest source of damage as a yellow lore master. And this is important, okay? I have a separate video about insult to injury with demonstration, and it's a shorter video as well. I don't talk in it, so you don't have to hear my annoying voice and commentary. But it just has guide notes on it, which arguably are easier to follow, and you can just pause the video if I set the duration for the text notes that I put in the video too short. But just excuse the lower quality of that video because I was still on an older laptop when I made that video. But yeah, sorry, that was a tangent. A tangential self-promo. But yeah, alright, let's start Thievery and Mischief. And like I said, hopefully I don't need to talk too much during this skirmish. This isn't a very particularly long skirmish, but in my previous takes of this video, wait, no minute, okay, I did properly reset it because I had started this instance earlier, and then I found myself really dissatisfied with how I explained insult to injury in that video, and so alright. Oh dang it. Alright. Oh, I probably didn't, yeah, I didn't need to do sticky tar there. That was a waste of sticky tar. I probably didn't even need to do any. Also, let's do sign of power vigilance for the max moral bonus. But yeah, I didn't need another insult to injury source. Hold up. Whoops, nope. Dang it. I accidentally double clicked on that. You know what? Maybe it'll be more time efficient or cost efficient. I don't know. Not cost efficient. It'd be more time efficient if I just do the pull now and worry about. I don't need to worry about. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, cool, that worked out. The Stormlord looked like it didn't do enough damage. I'm wondering if... I don't know. I'm wondering what the cause of that was, but then I followed it up with Wizard Spark because I believe I had to insult to injury lightning bonuses active, and I saw that the Wizard Spark dealt a lot of damage. Maybe the Wizard Spark was a critical hit. Maybe that's why. And I just didn't realize that because I don't have floating damage on. Because I don't know. I don't like having floating text on in most cases, especially in combat, and so I had since turned that off. Hold up. Let's just daze the guy. Oh man, did it get hit by someone else or what? All right, the shield effect on the signature troll was preventing it from taking any damage. Okay, that's fine. It's just I didn't need to break my my combat state impairment, but whatever. Hopefully I don't need to break it again soon. It's all the trolls in this attempt. Oh dang it! Never mind. Okay. Okay, that was short, so that's fine. Cool. Cool. Oh man, the archers. Cool. Nice. I hope you don't mind that I'm not like doing a play-by-play commentary of my combat, of the combat. But that's the reason why I just covered insult to injury extensively at the beginning. Out of combat though. So that I don't have to talk so much during the actual skirmish. Yeah, I think it's the bear in the alleyway. Knowledge of the lore master. Oh, whoops. I messed up my button play. Interrupted that with light of the rising dawn. I accidentally wasted Herbler orb. Hopefully I don't need it later in Also, side comment, I love that they updated the AoE indicators on the ground, because I'd always thought, especially with landscape difficulty on, I'd always thought that the previous very 2D flat on the ground iteration was insufficient in terms of noticeability or visibility in places where there's a lot of frills and clutter on the ground. Alright, oh man, this one's ranged. Oh, hold up. Taking quite a bit of damage here. Okay, let's move here. Did I get rooted? Oh. Let's move here because more of the I want to hit more of the mobs. Oh shoot. Ah, okay. I wanted to do ancient craft too. But I'd wasted some seconds because of the AoE that I didn't want to tank. I probably could have tanked it, but I just went straight to Stormlord instead of casting Ancient Craft first. Where's the next encounter? Oh, it's not yet here. There's that guy. Let's pull the rest of the group. Apparently I wasn't getting attacked. I didn't need to do Sign of Power Seal Lens. Oh man, oh, okay. Let's see if I can handle this without my Skirmish Soldier, because my Skirmish Soldier is a valuable healer. Okay, cool. Oh, whoops, I accidentally pressed Sign of Power Righteousness, okay. Okay, here's the instance. Oh, I should have... Oh wait, maybe this guy was still disabled or inactive until I got to clear the wave. Or not the wave, but like the area. Minor pet command for the debuff and knowledge of the Lord Master. Oh man, I couldn't do the AM imbued Wizard's Fire because I didn't queue it fast enough after accidentally casting Burning Embers as the Ancient Master charge appeared. Alright, cool. No, stop this! No! Sorry. I've seen this. I've seen that interaction a couple of times now, and I still think that... Oh, knowledge of the Lord Master is still not ready. I still think that they should start that drama or play that scene faster. And this boss is pretty easy, as you can see. I didn't need to do insult to injury in that fight. Alright. There you go, and that was... Put that on the ground, I suppose. That was Thievery of Mischief. I probably don't need to... Hold on, me. I don't need this. Just put those in the ground, on the ground. You can use those buffs that you pick up during these skirmishes and certain other instances. If you feel like it's gonna be a tough fight, the AOE's are the AOE's should be useful. So like maybe if in higher tiers, they would be particularly useful. But in this tier, I haven't really found the need to use those consumable AOE's. But yeah, that was Thievery and Mischief with my level 80 Lore Master on difficulty free fearless. And in my previous stake, I did it on my level 30 Lore Master and on in the same tier, and then on my level 80 Lore Master after tier 1 I ran it again in tier 2, which is of course gonna be harder. But the context, or at least the concern for which I'm recording this video, uh, is only talking about the yellow lore master, or just the lore master in general, and other classes in general, in terms of solo wing capability. Um, I'm not sure what sort of difficulties the concern was involving, if that made grammatical sense. What I'm trying to say is that I don't know if the person concerned or expressing their concern had a higher difficulty enabled or a higher tier enabled, and so I think me doing it solo on difficulty 3 um, should be sufficient for this example, at least, um, because like I said, the concern was mostly about the Yellow Lore Master in terms of soloing and landscape, I think, if I remember the conversation well enough, if I'm remembering it well enough. But yeah, that's gonna have to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this wasn't long enough. It probably is, like maybe an hour long already. I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at after this recording. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. We'll see if I can record the red lore master video and then a more proper yellow lore master video. Both of those are supposed to be guide slash demos, in the same vein as my previous blue lore master video from months ago at this point. But yeah, I've been busy, which is why I haven't been doing videos, and that's part of why I've needed to do multiple retakes of this video, because my commentary was really bad, and if you found it to be bad in this video, it was much worse in my previous takes because I was all over the place and stuff. And yeah, I don't really talk a lot in real life, and I don't English is not my first language, but even in my first language I'm not really a big talker, and so I don't get a lot of talking practice in real life. And like I've always found myself to be terrible at explaining things, and so I hope that I didn't do too terribly in this one, but whatever. Anyway, sorry. I also keep on going on tangents like I just did now, just now. So yeah, sorry, that was another tangent. All right, bye. Oh yeah, the cat in the background, if you can hear the meowing. He was supposed to go to sleep already, but I kind of knew that he'd not be sleeping yet, but he was. I was hoping he'd be sleeping already. But yeah, we'll see. Robin, go to sleep. I don't talk to our pets in English too, so I don't know if sorry, this was a whole tangent. Alright, bye.